All right. So let me go. As I said last week, I hope you all had a good week. I'm just going to try to recap Rachel's training if you were not in that meeting, because she spoke about it in a way that I thought was different than I'd ever heard before. And she actually had some really good advice. Obviously, I could never do what Rachel does, nor do we have the time. But I do have some of the slides, so I'll bring that up for you now. Play slideshow. Okay. Box out some of these others. Okay, all right. So one of the things she talked about was having a sticky business there. And by that, she meant those that stick with us. And it's so important, we talk a lot about recruiting, but you'll see, and some of you know, because I've talked to you about it, some people are really good recruiters, but they're not necessarily good keepers of their people. They can recruit well, but they can't keep people. There's other people that maybe they're not really good recruiters. And I think that's probably Bobby and I, we're probably fair to average recruiters there. But we tend to keep our people better than some others do too. So this is what she's talking about, because there are going to be times in your business, and hopefully not, but every once in a while life gets the better of us, and we can't necessarily spend a lot of time on our business. Maybe somebody, God forbid, gets sick, or you personally get sick, or, just things are going on. You have to help somebody in your family and stuff. So, this training in particular talks about keeping people in your business. And it's all, you've heard us talk about this before. It's all about a relationship. We need the people in our business. They become our family. They're the people we spend the most time with. You think about any time anybody's got a job or whatever, you spend 8 hours a day. Well, in this business, we tend to spend more time talking to these people and being around them and having fun. And that's why even this video and the one we did before, they're so important. I can tell you time and time again, we've started our meetings with the old videos and stuff. And what happened is, people wanted to get involved just because of the community. And she actually talks about community. And I think community is super, super important as well. So, that was what she started this training with. And that's why she called it a sticky business, those that are staying there. Okay, so the first thing she said, and I thought this was interesting, and I'd heard this before, and I thought more about it. Culture eats vision for lunch. And maybe you've heard this, and sometimes people, it seems to be a more common phrase that people are saying these days. But what it's saying is your behavior today determines where you go tomorrow. So who you're talking to, what you're doing, being primarily a product of the products. I can tell you, Bobby and I have sponsored a lot of people more recently because they meet us in person and they're like, wow, you guys, you look young, you're full of energy, you're fun to be around. We're products of the products. We're using all the products, whether it's the collagen, the skincare, all Protandums, we use all the products. So we're products of the products. So when I need to talk to somebody, whether it be about Protandum or collagen or whatever it might be, it's real easy for us to talk about, even if it's something like the D3 or the Icy Bright or the Omega or whatever. If you're not using all the products, that doesn't kind of just roll right off. You need to be using the products so that you can talk from a product standpoint, and you look like you use all the products, which is so important. I mean, there's time and time again, we put Jaya up in front of the room based on her age, which we won't go to that tonight, Jaya. I won't embarrass you, but she's just, we just love her because of, how youthful she is for her age and, all she's able to accomplish. The other thing is attending all the events. People are only going to do what you're doing. So if you're using all the products, they're going to use all the products. If you're attending, and again, that's based on your pocketbook. I understand when people get started, you can't necessarily use everything, but try to make it to a point where you can use it all. But certainly you need to attend events. You can never expect your people to go, or your team to go to an event if you're not attending them. If you're not, making sure that, like when we had kids, and we had to juggle who was going to watch the kids and that stuff. People couldn't use that as an excuse with us because we were doing it too. we were making sure whether we brought them and we put all the kids together in a room, or, we left them at home and had sitters or parents watch them and stuff. Attending all the events is important. And that's why we like to kind of spotlight all the fun that we have there too. There's a lot of fun that goes on at these events that makes people want to go. And time again, I know there was somebody there that had said they came, and actually it's funny, it was the first person we met coming into the event this last time, not in our organization. And we chit-chatted for a little while. Somebody introduced us, and she was also the last person we saw checking out. And she told us, I only came to the event with my friend because it was in Nashville and I'd never been to Nashville and I just wanted to see Nashville. I wasn't planning on going to the conference or spending any time in the events, but she got sucked in because everybody was so nice and everybody was so great. And when we were leaving, she's like, I'm definitely going to do this. I'd be foolish not to do this. You guys are awesome. These products are awesome. This company is awesome. So you'll get people to go to travel because travel's the number one thing people want to do. They don't get to travel. They either travel for business without their family, or they don't get to travel at all. And so, again, I can tell you time and time again, people ask Bobby and I, like, what do you guys do that you get to travel so freely and you have all this time freedom? So, it's a lifestyle. So we need to attend all the events, need to be a student of the company and the industry. What's going on? You need to keep learning what's going on in this industry so you can speak from a point of power with that. So that is super important. Everyone loses people, but you don't want to be the reason you lose somebody. And so, there's things that you may do as far as, talking negative about somebody, or even bigger. A lot of times people expect their organization to do more than they're doing. Never expect anybody to do more. If you're not out recruiting, if you're not out training, if you're not out traveling, do not expect your people to go faster than you. You are always the leader of the pack. So, you can't even put that out there because it's wrong and people won't follow you because of it. I can tell you time and time again, I don't personally want to listen to somebody that's not doing it today, that's not making it happen today. I don't want to listen to somebody's story from 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 25 years ago. To me, it has no value because our industry has changed so much. So if you want to be relevant in this business, you cannot expect your people to do more than you're doing. You also tell them what you are, don't tell them what you're going to do. That's only about vision. And vision is good. What's more important, and you've heard it in different ways, is just do it. Just go ahead and do it. That's the future. That's where it's going, because people will copy the littlest things in this business that you say or that you do. So, just be an example of yourself. Just go ahead and do business. And, if you're out there recruiting people, that's where the stories come from. Bobby and I have lots and lots of stories, particularly over the years, because we've been actively recruiting for 32 years. So we've got all different kinds of stories. But we have a lot of stories just from last week that went on that are of different levels, different funny and stuff. So everybody loses people. We do not want to be the reason. So again, don't ask them to do what you're not doing. Be careful with your language. Meet people where they are. If they only want to get in because they want to travel a little and they like the culture of the company, great. If they want to be spare time, part-time, still applaud them. If they want to, do whatever, something different than what you're doing, that's fine. One of the things that people lose sight of, our business is made up of all different types of people. We do have people that are just going to piddle with the business, and every once in a while you're looking over their shoulder, they bring in somebody really, really good. You just never know. So you have to just applaud. I love, I didn't put in here the hashtag that Rachel has. And, if you think about our Facebook page, our training page is Team Unity. And hers is hashtag everyone matters, because everyone does matter. Everyone makes up your business because it's all volume. It's all uses of the product. So even if it's a consultant, a customer or that person matters a lot to you, because you never know when they may tell somebody else and just their usage of the product is cool. It may only be a testimony that you get from them. So retain your customers and consultants. The way you do this is you feel like you make them feel like they matter, like you care about them, which is so important. I can tell you, my customers, I've had customers for years now. when I pick up the phone, even if it didn't tell me these days, there was a time when, I'd pick up the phone, or we had real phones on the wall and stuff. I could tell you just based on their voice who they were. They never had to say, this is so-and-so, because I knew them that well. It was important. So, as they go through struggles, and it also always gives you the opportunity to recommend new products to them. As people have different issues, health challenges as they get older, you're able to help them in different ways, help them with family matters, kids and stuff that goes on. So, one of the things that you want to make sure, even when I have somebody that says, I want to buy it, I'm ready. I'm ready. Send me the shopping cart, send me a link. I'm ready to buy it today. I want to know, what results are you looking for? They say, all right, I want the collagen. What about the collagen? What kind of results of the collagen are you expecting? What are you looking for? Because that can become part of my conversation later. They may say they don't like the way their eyes look, or maybe their chin, or wrinkles here or wrinkles there, whatever, discoloration. Who knows what it is? Maybe it's underarm flab. I don't know. But, that becomes part of the conversation, because, it may help you keep the person on the product. If it's a business, the amount of money or what they're hoping. The business is even more tricky, because sometimes, and it doesn't happen quite as much, but it used to be, people thought this was like a get rich quick scheme. So I'm going to work the business, and you'd say, how many hours are you going to work? I'm going to work the business 2 hours a week. And at the end of the month, I want to be earning 10,000 a month. So you have to, stick with people and let them know, that's unrealistic. If you're planning on doing that, you've got to do this, and that. This is how you keep people off of a roller coaster. You keep them on an even keel. So again, before somebody gets in your business, even if they're quick, because a lot of times the quicker they get in, the faster they'll get out. So you really need to be cautious of that, and find out, what kind of results. Ask a lot of questions, because that's going to be to your benefit over time. Okay, retain customers and consult them. Let them feel like you care. Why they got started on the products of the business, what results you're looking for. I say, text me the minute your box comes in. I want to know. I'm tracking people. If you look in my calendar, Bobby and I just signed up a lady tonight. I assume it'll ship tomorrow. And based on how fast we get our product here, she'll probably have it on Thursday. But I always say, text me. But if I don't hear from her on Friday, I'm going to text her, did you get your box? So I want to know, because I can tell you, even when we had a lot bigger packages, our previous company, we had really big packages. We had anywhere from 5,000 to 40,000 to more. But I can tell you, time and time again, people spent a lot of money on product, and then they didn't open their box. It just sat under a desk, or it sat on a kitchen counter. Well, we don't get paid on product that just sits there and doesn't get used. So we want to make sure that they open the box, that they get the products on their body, in their mouth right away. So that is super, super important. So they start to get results. That follow-up that you do the first month could make or break how well you retain a consultant or a customer. Even consultants, we got to get them talking to people. We got to make sure they have the confidence to start reaching out to people. Customers, we got to make sure that they're getting benefits from the products right away. So there are things going on. So you want to know the minute they get that box, and that they're taking it right, that, they're not taking the PM in the morning, or, who knows what. We've had all kind of, like me, I had a run on people with collagen that were putting it on their face. Something I was saying was leading people to put it on their face, and they thought it was sticky. So, you have to make sure that people are using the product in the right way.
Everyone does know you drink it, right, April? Everyone's aware of
I
that.
hope so by now. I sucked at that. I don't know what it was. But again, knowing why they started the business of the product shows you care. Follow up, show appreciation. So many times, I can't tell you how many, I send a thank you note, and then I get an even better note back, and I feel even more excited about it, whether we send birthday cards or just whatever. We actually have another idea, which really surprised me, because I think we played with her on Thursday. We played with a new pickleball girl.
Met her at a networking event.
Yeah. But I asked her to do something, a promotional thing that I want to do for my group and stuff. And so I asked her, because she's in, what do you call that?
That's what she does, sells promotional goods.
Promotional material. So I asked her to get me something, a price quote. and I still don't have it. I'm like, how serious are your business? If somebody asks me for a link today, you have it today. You have it within 5 minutes, if not sooner. So I don't know about that. But anyway, so I have something that I'm thinking of to show appreciation. But the other thing, and this we can do a much, much better job, is our Facebook group. We just seem to have slacked off. We're not using it as much. So two things I'm going to ask from you, and this is really for your benefit. One, comment in the Facebook group, and I'm talking about Lifespan Matters. I know you know the products, maybe you've seen the pictures somewhere else, but just say, wow, that's amazing, or I can't believe she
And
got
April,
those
don't
results.
comment like you're a distributor that earns money.
Yeah,
Comment
right.
like you're a customer that's in love with the product.
Yeah, if you've got your own little testimony you want to put there, whatever. Yeah, comment in reference to the product, not like you're in the business or recruiting somebody or, so we can, one, make sure you like and comment. That would be a big help to all of us. And then more importantly, put your people in the group. It allows you to really forget about them. Time and time again, whenever we see, whether it's me personally or Bobby or whoever is in the group more than others, if I see a strange name in there and they're like, tell me more, well, all I do is go back to the name and see who put them in the group. It's the easiest thing for us to do. And then I send you a text and say, so-and-so is got a question in Lifespan Matters, and they're asking you about whatever the product is. So it's just a way, to be able to drip on those people, but your people, and we're not going to have as far as reach if everybody's not, communicating, sharing, commenting in that group. So important. We can do a much better job. And then, we can go back to, we used to play bingo and run contests and stuff in there, but we need to get that activity up because, like I said, you can put people in that group, forget about them. It's another way. This way, it's kind of like we're dripping on them without you dripping on them. And sometimes that's
April,
what it takes for a
people are
person.
asking about what group. So when we show the video, put the
Okay.
link in the chat so people have it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put it in. It's that Lifespan Matters, the product group that we use. So if you're not using it, please, join it if you're not in it as well. We can engage, run contests, we can have challenges, we can do different things in there. The last thing that she talked about, and I do this a lot, and I'm so happy with the new skincare because of it. There are people out there, and we've all heard the objection that, the glow package, at $200 a month may be too much for some people. Maybe that's not in their pocketbook, although they'd really, really like those results. So then maybe you go down to the collagen and hope to just get them on the collagen, but maybe they think just the collagen is too much. Well, we have a full skincare system that just came out. You can get them on the True Renew. You can get them on the Eye Lift. You have some other options that are less expensive. I'd rather at least get somebody on a product. And then once they got results from that, they'd find money for some other stuff. I have no doubt, especially if they were in the Facebook group and they kept seeing results and results and results. So, it's just a way of, she used the term down selling. So, if you start here, you start up high and they can't afford it, you've got some other options to be able to let them use the product and see how great they are. Particularly if it's somebody you just met at, like us, we meet people at networking meetings or it's online, it's super cold. The trust may not be there as a good friend, but let them get some results. The True and New has been phenomenal. I mean, the feedback that I'm getting on it from our customers is short of a miracle. I mean, people that have had a lot of plastic surgery, have had some kind of injections and stuff, are still really, really loving it. So that's been a great product. So I think that was the last. Oh, no. Okay. So duplicating and retention. This is where you want to spend more time with your leaders, your super sellers, give them more direction, but we want to remember everybody. So, you have to watch your time, but, make sure in particular you're reaching out to those that are your super sellers and giving them more direction on how to keep those people that they're doing, or if they're a good recruiter, how to keep those people as well. Systems, we just have, again, that one form. We've tried to keep it with our group. I know not everybody's on Facebook, not everybody's, really up on computers or whatever. So we've kept our one sheet super, super easy so that people know exactly, when our Zoom meetings are, where our trainings are held, our YouTube and stuff. And then monthly customer follow-up, we've done power hours over before, whether it be inviting to a launch. And you can do this with, get 3 or 4 other consultants. Just all of you say maybe Tuesday afternoon at 3 o'clock, there's a bunch of us and we're gonna all invite to the launch. You know, maybe that's something you would have done last week, or maybe you're all gonna be on together. And it's kind of nice, you kind of chit chat, maybe play some music, but it's like you're with people and you're doing, you know, follow-up of your customers or whatever. So whatever you need. So, you know, if you find that sitting by yourself inviting to a launch is boring and you want some competition, have 4 or 5 people get together and you can all compete who invited the most or whatever motivates you. You need to figure out that as well. So, and I think that one's the last. Yeah. Okay. So let me get out of this, stop the share. Okay. And I'll put that in the chat. Did you figure out the video, or do I need
Yeah,
to
I
go
got
back?
it ready.
Oh, cool. Okay, good.
So let me go to that. Used to spend my nights out in the ballroom. There goes the young love I know. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom and brought me back. Be too far gone. Rescue Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. And honey, I stay strong on your love all the time. I've looked for love in all the same old places. Found the bottom of the bottle's always dry. But when you pulled out your heart, I didn't waste it. 'Cause there's nothing like your love to get me high. Tennessee whiskey. Oh, it's sweet. Strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay strong on your love all the time. What do you think, folks? Cool, isn't it? Let me make sure
Super cool.
I want to see more of the chicken.
that. So,
I have to watch it again on YouTube.
Let me get back to YouTube and make sure that's off.
So I'll put the link for that in the chat as well. Some of the music didn't come up quite right, so you can listen to it later if you want to, so.
But folks, this is, we have the San Antonio and the Nashville. They're both on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But whenever we attend events, we want to always do this, and we want all of you and all of your team in them. So make sure you take some pictures, and immediately following, send them to us. Okay, because we want to include as many people as we possibly can in the video. But it's, if you're ever hosting a meeting, it's really cool to play it, you know, before the meeting. We can loop it where it'll play long. That was 3.5 minutes. The San Antonio one we got's about 5 minutes, but we can loop it where it'll just keep playing over and over again. So anyway, it really warms up the crowd, and it makes people in the business feel good, you know, about, everybody likes seeing themselves on screen. Let's face it, that's, you know, everybody likes that. So, April, thanks for doing that. That was,
Yeah.
that,
The
that's,
cool thing about memories you'll find in this business is they get better over time.
the stories get a little more exaggerated. They get a little more played out. They just,
Yes.
they build on each other, you know. It kind of becomes a can you top this type of thing.
Yeah.
So let me take a couple more minutes, a couple things I want to share with you. We did do some things out of order, so let me go back. Okay, so a couple things. Number one, I absolutely just want to congratulate everybody. March is going berserk. Okay, I mean, absolutely berserk. And we'll see where it ends. You know, there's still a whole nother week to go, but it's going to be record setting for our team. And in some areas it already is. Okay. Like today's the 25th versus the 25th last month. We're plus 70 enrollments this month over last. And the month will end at an all-time high. Okay, it'll be our highest enrollment month in the 6 years we've been here. The volume is already up 30,000 in March over February. Kenneth, as of tomorrow morning, now, you know, he hit MC3 at midnight on the last day last month, okay, which is very normal for a lot of rank advancements. He will repeat MC3 when subscriptions run tomorrow. So he will have beaten last month's total by a week. Okay, Liam will hit MC1 tomorrow when subscriptions go out, and he'll be working on MC2. When you're talking about hitting your numbers a week before the month ends, that is some serious momentum, okay? So there's all kinds of new rank advancements coming that obviously the end of the month we'll talk about after the month closes. But, you know, April gave you a little homework there. Here's a little more. Look and see where you are with your gem rank. You know, that's the Onyx, Emerald, Sapphire, and Diamond. And look where your team is with that. And so it's not only looking at where they are for rank advancing, but look at the gemstone. And the simple analogy is, if you hit Onyx, you're going to earn an extra 5%. If you hit Emerald, you're going to earn an extra 10. If you hit Sapphire, you're going to earn an extra 15. And if you hit Diamond, you're going to earn an extra 20% on every customer you have in your business. So it's a real easy, simple math example to give. I said this the other day, probably on Monday night. March, April, and May are some of the biggest growth months in our industry. And folks, you're on a roll, okay? A lot of people on a roll. It's really funny. We went to a networking event on Wednesday, and I wasn't really in the mood. I was still chilling out from getting back from Nashville. You know, I wasn't in the mood, but we got to do what we got to do. It's on the calendar. And we go. And we met a person there that we hadn't seen in a long time. And April mentioned she just became a customer tonight. You know, and I'm like, you know what? When you can convert in like 3 days, that's pretty good. You know, there's someone we hadn't seen in 5, 6 years that we had known before. And so, but Thursday, the pickleball stuff started. Friday, more pickleball stuff started. Saturday is more pickleball. And here's the interesting thing. One of the people that we play pickleball with has a new boyfriend. And she's talking and she's excited about the business. She just signed up last week. And she said, you know, I got a new boyfriend and we've met him. Okay, he's a really nice guy. And she says, is there any chance you guys can like get away for a week? And so I'm like, we were just away for a week, you know? And she says, yeah, but she says he's got a 110-foot yacht and he wants to go into the Caribbean. And he asked me if I have any friends that would want to come with us. And I'm like, oh, this is starting to get really fun. I mean, it's like, I don't know when they're planning on going. And if we can, I'm certainly willing to go. I don't know what the schedule is, but then we finished playing pickleball Saturday morning. And one of the couples there calls and says, do you want to go out Saturday night? And then the same night before, another couple that is in the business said, hey, we'd like to go to church with you on Sunday. And then after church, wanted to go to, what is it you do on Sunday? Brunch. Wanted to go to brunch. And the reason I'm sharing that with you folks, we need to get out amongst people. And we've been talking about that. Okay. You got to get it because I don't know if any of these people are going to turn into one of you superstars or a Kenneth or Lee. I don't know, but I do know one thing. We're developing quite the squad of cheerleaders that are telling everybody they know what we do and who we are. And that's just as good because if they're cheering us on, we will surface people that, you know, that want to build the business. But this is one of those moments. Remember, I've said in the past, sometimes there's a part of the month that's a lot more important than other parts of the month. And we're there now. Okay. We have our launch tomorrow night. That's our team opportunity presentation. Okay. And I'll make sure it's pinned at the top of the page. You can text me if you don't have it. But this is the time in the next 24 hours. It's 8:30 now. We're going to do this at 8:30 tomorrow night. This is the time when you really need to get serious about inviting and getting commitments. Okay. And about 1 in 4 will show up. The other 3 will at least know what you're doing or have an idea of what you're doing, but 1 out of 4 will show up. And this is one of those stretches. This is a 24-hour stretch. You got your invite here if you want to post it. We have it without the number. If you want to ask them to message you, you know, that's really a better way to do it. We have this link in the middle, the blue, where you can text them directly, the link, you know, right down here, you see the Zoom link where all they got to do is click on that to watch. Okay. But, you know, last month, I don't know if any of you were with us. We had a scenario, really exciting scenario. About 3 years ago, we met some folks that lived in Trinidad, but they had a lot of contacts here in the United States. And we did a Zoom for them. Everybody was invited on, but they filled the Zoom up with almost 100 people. And unfortunately, it was at a time when Amazon was out of control. Now, Amazon's been fixed. As a matter of fact, Amazon's our best friend. The prices are so high on Amazon, it makes all of us look good if somebody just goes and looks at
And
Amazon.
they're trying to raise them again. Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
And they're raising them again, another
Yeah.
$6. So it is, Amazon is our best friend now. But he had an issue with people looking at Amazon. Not he had an issue. They had an issue that the products were available at a discount. So we couldn't do anything with that. But I share that with you because we stayed in touch over the years. They're a good friend of one of our doctors, okay, that's known them her whole life. And long story short, they just formed a U.S. corporation and are getting back in. And they're going to, you know, it's a much better time for them now with the way the new compensation plan is, with the additional products and stuff. But there have been people that have put 100 people on a Zoom. So you meet somebody or know someone that's networked, and those things can happen, right? If you were in Nashville, you heard who's the lady from Minnesota, April, that had the 12 times diamond distributor? What's her name?
Oh, Kimberly.
Kim Kabinski.
Yeah,
Kimberly
Kimberly.
Kabinski. You know, she got somebody back involved that was with LifeVantage like 10, 12 years back or something like that. Got her back involved. In the meantime, she had become an influencer. and got her back into business. And she's getting $50,000 a month in personal sales. Now, you know, that's a 30% commission. The difference between subscription and consultant price, and then another 20%. That's 30%. She's making $15,000 just on not counting a downline. Okay, whatever they do. So I'm sharing that with you because the next 24 hours is one of those stretches. You
So,
know,
Bobby,
go
one of the
ahead.
things they should be doing, just, like the guy come from Trinidad with doing the follow-up, we waited till the time was better. Go back to your old people. They already know what you're doing. Their times have changed. It may be a better time for them. You always keep all of these relationships juggling. You should never get a no in this business. It should never get to the point where you get a no. You just keep juggling, you keep dripping on them, and then the time will come for them to get involved with the business. It's really an easy thing to do, but you can use Facebook Messenger as your memory jogger. You can use your phone, you could use your email, whatever it is, if you want to get a little bit more sophisticated, start doing some texting, start doing some emailing, where you can do some bulk. But it's all those personal messages, whether in Facebook or texting, that make a difference. And a lot of times it's just say, hi, how are you doing? What's up? Or I'm thinking about you because Amazon is fixed now. So, I think we got a great opportunity. This collagen has changed. The company has changed. We got so much going on. You can go back to these old people and update them on what's going on. One of my favorite things is the collagen. We were slated to do, and you've heard this before, but we were slated to do 1 million a month. Last I heard, we did over 70 million. We should be at 18, 19 million. We're at 70 million. Does that not say a company's blowing up? Do you want to hear about it now, or do you want to hear about it later when everybody knows about it? These few figures can make a big difference to get somebody excited about our company.
Absolutely. So we can open it up for any questions that you may have. But the one thing with inviting for tomorrow night, don't spam people. Don't spam, okay? Do it one at a time and send them a personal message that they know it's you and you're saying hello or something, but they know it's you. Don't just spam an invite. You can put the invitation in your stories or something. I do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, don't spam on group text or group emails or stuff like that. Take the time to individually invite and let them know that you were thinking of them. But anyway, you can unmute if you have any questions before we go tonight. Wasn't that a cool video? I love that stuff. I just think that stuff's great. Anybody?
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. Watch it on YouTube when it flows.
Yeah, you'll get all the music and stuff. Catalina, I heard you had a great meeting Wednesday night.
Hi. Yes, it was super. Yeah. So and so we're gonna do every 2 weeks actually. So Baba was going to text you to please make me 2 more invitations.
Just send me the dates and I'll send them right over.
Yeah, absolutely. And
All right, congrats. I heard the company invited themselves and they're going to be heading your way in the near future. It's really good when the company invites themselves into your area. That's good.
That's good. Yeah, you guys are doing a great job. Great job.
Yeah. So
I'm excited you're doing your own meetings.
yeah,
Yes,
we are really excited. We can go find another city now,
Yeah, it's all good. But April, this was excellent. Thank you. And the pictures, of course, Lucian didn't send me the pictures from his phone, but yeah, it was
That's all right. I got them. I
Super.
tracked you guys down for pictures this time.
But all of our Canadian friends, everyone in Fred's team, anybody that's plugging in with us on Sunday nights, we're all one family. Whenever we do events with the company, make sure you get pictures of you. And we don't want to see we want to see pictures of you and your teammates enjoying, not pictures of scenery or whatever. You know what I mean? We want to see the pretty faces and the excited faces. That's what we want to see. And I mean, it can be in front of something historic or whatever, but we want to see the people. Anyone else?
Where are you getting your memes and photos and stuff like that for Facebook stories, so you can start putting out, I'm interested in migrating from just funny memes and stuff like that I've been doing for my Facebook stories forever. That and political junk. But I'd like to start putting LifeVantage oriented stuff in my stories, and I'm wondering what you guys are using.
All of that is in our messenger group called Collagen Picks. And Fred, can you just put them in there?
Yep. He just started last week, so I didn't want to fire hose him. but
Oh,
he's asking some
welcome
questions.
aboard, Kevin. I didn't realize you're brand new. Okay, welcome aboard. But no, and it's either in the Collagen Picks on Messenger group or it's in our Team Unity group on Facebook. So Fred, add them to that and Lifespan, the three things. So it'll all be for you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Good
Anyone else?
questions.
All right, so who's going to be on with some guests tomorrow night? Raise your hands. I want commitment. Okay, who's going to have guests on tomorrow night? Okay, it's so important, and the timing this month is so good. We still have another week. Last month we did it, I think, a day before the month ended or something like that. We only had like one day left. And this, we do it tomorrow night, and the pay period doesn't end till midnight Sunday. So anyway, it lines up good. This week should be the busiest week of the month. And a lot of you are enrolling. I mean, Ira, Rhonda, Catalina, you guys are just putting in people all the time. It's great. Our Vietnamese team, we love you guys. We've only known you a little bit. But we met Liam, and he brought 3 or 4 of his teammates to Nashville, and they're just putting people in every day, and it's fun. It's fun. The business is on fire, and if yours is not on fire, then get hot based on what everyone else is doing, because we're in for a heck of a 90-day stretch, folks. I see hand. Juanita, do you have something you want to say? I saw your hand raised.
No, I just raised it to let you know that I would be having some.
You'll be on tomorrow night? Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Everybody good? All right. We will see you tomorrow night at 8:30. And the link is the same. I've told you that before, but let's invite as many as we can on, and let's close the month out real strong and end up with better ranks and better gem positions that we had going in. Thank you all. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much. Great training tonight. Thanks for that video too.
Thanks, Bobby. Thanks, April.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, April. Thank you.